No one noticed it at first. Not the reindeer. Not the elves. Not even Santa Claus himself. But somewhere far, far beyond the North Pole, beyond the clouds, and even beyond the twinkling stars, Christmas was quietly disappearing. It wasn't the decorations, or the gifts, or even the soft falling snow. It was the feeling, the warmth, the joy, the very spirit of it all. In a small, cozy town where winter lights flickered like sleepy fireflies, lived a curious young girl named Mila. She adored Christmas the carols.
Wow.
The scents of pine and gingerbread, the excitement that buzzed in the air. But this year felt different. It felt strange. The lights seemed just as bright, yet something inside her and all around her felt dim. She saw people rushing through the streets, their faces buried in glowing screens. Adults looked tired and stressed. Even children tore open their presents with a flicker of interest, but without a genuine, deep-seated smile. One evening, tucked into her bed, Mila whispered to the quiet dark, "Why doesn't Christmas feel warm anymore?" And that night, something truly impossible happened. Her bedroom window didn't glow with moonlight, but with a swirling, shimmering cascade of golden stardust. A figure, tall and elegant, stepped right through the light and into her room. It wasn't Santa. It wasn't an elf. It was a gentle, luminous being, made of pure, glowing memories, echoes of laughter, the warmth of hugs, the energy of whispered wishes. "I am Noel, the spirit of Christmas," the figure said, its voice as soft as falling snow. "And I am fading." Mila's heart hammered against her ribs, fading. But Christmas can't just disappear, Noel knelt, its light casting a gentle golden glow across her room. "It can, little one. People forget why it began." With a gentle wave of its hand, Noel showed Mila a vision. It wasn't a vision of bustling workshops or mountains of toys. It was a tapestry of small, simple moments. She saw a child breaking a cookie in half to share with a friend. She saw a parent putting down their phone to truly listen, their eyes full of attention. She saw a stranger on an icy street helping someone who had slipped to their feet. Christmas was never powered by gifts, Noel explained, its voice tinged with a deep sadness. It was powered by connection, by kindness, by presence. Noel showed her the Christmas core, an invisible, vibrant force of energy that held the entire spirit of the season together. But now it was flickering, cracking, and breaking apart. "There is only one night left," Noel whispered, the light around it dimming. "If the core fades completely, Christmas will still exist on calendars, but it will be gone from our hearts." Just then, the air in the room shifted, growing colder for a moment. Santa Claus appeared, not with his usual booming laugh, but looking older, quieter, and weary. "I deliver joy," Santa said, his voice heavy. "But I cannot create it alone anymore. The magic comes from you. From everyone." Mila swallowed the lump of fear in her throat. "What can I do? I'm just a kid." A soft smile touched Noel's glowing face. "That's exactly why it must be you." Children remember the truth of it. Mila wasn't given a magic wand or a flying sleigh. Her task was surprisingly simple, yet incredibly profound. "Create 3 real moments," Noel instructed. 3 acts of pure connection. No cameras, no praise, no rewards. The first moment was about listening. The next day, Mila found her father hunched over his laptop, his brow furrowed with work. Instead of asking for something, she simply sat beside him, quiet and present. At first, he didn't seem to notice, kept typing, but then the silence registered. He slowly closed his laptop, turned to her, and simply asked, "How was your day, sweetie?" And he listened, really listened. In that quiet moment, something invisible, something broken, began to repair itself. The second moment was about giving without being seen. Mila knew of an elderly neighbor who lived alone and rarely had visitors. That evening, she baked a small batch of cookies, tiptoed to her neighbor's door, and left them on the welcome mat. No note, no name, just a simple, anonymous gift. As she walked away, a soft, warm glow seemed to spread through the cold night air, unseen by anyone but her. The third moment was the hardest, choosing kindness when it was difficult. At school, there was a quiet child who was often left out, someone nobody really noticed. During recess, when others were picking teams for a game, that child was left standing alone, Mila walked over, took their hand, and said, "Do you want to build a snowman with me?" There was no applause. No one else even seemed to notice. But in that small act of inclusion, the Christmas core pulsed with a renewed, vibrant strength. That night, the sky itself seemed to shimmer with a new light. Across the town, something had shifted. People slowed down. They looked up from their screens. The sound of laughter felt different. It was real. It was full. When Santa took to the skies, his sleigh felt impossibly lighter, pulled not just by reindeer, but by a newfound wave of human warmth. Noel stood beside Mila once more, its form bright and solid, no longer fading. Christmas was never lost, the spirit said, its voice full of hope. It was just waiting. Waiting to be remembered. The next morning, gifts still waited under Christmas trees. But something else was there too. Something you couldn't wrap in paper or tie with a bow. It was presence. It was warmth. It was togetherness. Mila smiled, a genuine, heartfelt smile. Not because Christmas was saved, but because people had remembered. They had remembered that they were the magic. Somewhere far beyond the stars, the spirit of Christmas glowed brighter than it ever had before. If you enjoyed this gentle story, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel. Your support helps us create more meaningful stories filled with kindness, imagination, and wonder. And if you have a story idea, a character, or a magical event you'd love to see next, share it in the comments. We'd be happy to bring your imagination to life. Thank you for watching.